Hi, good day. This is Kessa Gooden with Real Talk and Soul Wine. This is number 4 segment, and I want to take a moment and introduce myself to you and my background. So I'm 28 years old, and I was born in Jamaica. I left there when I was 14 and came to America. Since then, I've been on my own since I was 14. Now, I want to thank everyone that's been watching the videos, posting their comments, inboxing me with questions and stuff like that. I do appreciate that. If you have something that you would like to ask me personal question about regarding life improvement and growth, feel free to inbox me, okay? Because I'm here to assist you in your transition. These videos are not meant for everyone. It's not everyone is at a point in their life where they're just fed up of the same cycle of repeating life over and over and over again in an unhealthy manner. So if you think this is for you, you could continue watching and also share it with your friends. If it's not for you and you're not ready yet, don't force yourself. Okay? If you like the way your life is currently, and that's absolutely the best you can do, there's no need to continue watching my broadcasting. Okay? Now, as I said, I want to thank you. I saw some really nice comments, and that improvements for me that helps me as well to continue doing this. Alright, there's a couple points I want to hit on today. Like, for example, don't be a person that lives life off of what if, unless that what if is something positive. A lot of people have something to do and they tend to say, what if it don't work? What if it can't work? What if this? What if the rain fall? What if an earthquake come? So they don't move forward and try to make the best of that day because what if stopped them. That what if is a negative what if. So if you evaluate yourself and evaluate your life and see if you're doing that a lot, you'll be able to catch yourself and say, oh my God, I'm using this what if, which is an excuse for not doing what I need to do. What if in a negative aspect is not a good thing. Now, if you're doing something, do it. The way I do it is like, what if this works? What if it really works? What if it's, going to be the biggest thing ever? So I exaggerate my what if in a positive what if. So those are these skills that I use for my what ifs. So don't be a person that's a what if person. Another thing is, don't focus on the negative things in life, the negative aspect of your life. Don't focus on it. The more you pay the negative aspect of your life attention, is the more it grows to be more negative. So when something arises that is so negative, turn your back to it. Think about something that's more positive, that's outgrow that negative thing right there. Because the moment you turn your direction towards the negative, positiveness stops flowing in that aspect of your life. So don't pay attention to negative stuff. No matter who threaten you or, certain things in life that is very, negative that arise, your mom die or, actually that's a positive thing, technically speaking, but we won't touch base on that today. But like, you go out there, somebody took money from you or something like that. Don't focus on that part of your life, because if somebody took money from you, it could have been worse. You could have lost your life. The fact that you're still breathing gives you an opportunity to make the best of your life and to make the best outcome of the hand you're being dealt. So there's a saying, live today and fight tomorrow. I use that aspect a lot. There's certain battles I don't get into and I don't fight. I don't even pay attention to it. So, that does work quite well for me. So stay positive, Surround yourself with positive people. If you truly want the best part of this life and the best things that life can offer you, I I compel you to surround yourself with positive people. That's the only way you're going to attract that positive energy and that positive circumstance and positive outcome is if you're around people that are doing positive things. People that is stuck in the negative aspect of life, they only vibrate negatively. They only reflect a negative part of this life, a one way of this life that is like chaos and misery. So to be around people who's about positiveness, they have love, they have joy, they have peace, and that will attract that peace, love, and joy into your life. So I will tell you, I will suggest to you to try to surround yourself around positive people. Don't be distracted. If you have a goal in life, get up every day and work towards that goal, even if it's one thing towards that goal. Don't get distracted. It is so easy for us to get distracted by someone else's problems, some other drama, something, and that will stop us from going after our own goal. The biggest distraction I see out there is when somebody tells you you can't. You can't, and then you believe them that you can't. I could tell you something. The only person knows that you can't is you. And if you really see something that you can't do and you said you can't do it, then you can't do it because you already said you can't do it. I am someone like this. It doesn't matter how challenging something gets. I really try. And if I fail the first time, I continue trying and I just keep on trying until I succeed at that. Then I move on to the next task. So I never tell myself I can't. There's nothing that's too great for me to do. And there's nothing that's too great for you to do. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Set your goals. It doesn't matter how ridiculously high your goals are to others. As long as you believe you can accomplish your goals, you definitely can accomplish your goals. And I want you to get up every day and work each day towards that goal. Even you may get distracted at times, but always find something to catch you back, to say, you know what, my goal is this and I'm getting back on track. So don't get distracted. The other thing is this: stop betraying yourself. And when I talk about self-betrayal, I want you to take a moment and think about this. How do you feel when your friend or your family member betrayed you? How do you feel? Now intensify that 10 times more when you betray yourself. Do you know what I mean by you betraying yourself? Hanging around people you know don't like you, or talk bad about you, or just putting you down, or just being jealous of you, and you still want to be around them, you still go to functions with them, you still hang out with them. That's self-betrayal. And every day when you betray yourself in an act that you are not comfortable with, you're killing yourself over and over and over again. And it's going to take longer for you to get the true aspect of this life and find the peace that you need to feel because you keep stabbing yourself in your back. Set a standard. Set a standard for the friends you want. Set a standard for the people you want in your life. Set a standard for your income, for God's sakes. Set a standard for every single thing you desire in this life. Only you can determine what you want to do with your life. Only you can determine the outcome. Stop betraying yourself and don't think that it's too high to set a standard and a goal for things that you want and that you desire. Even if it takes a while, it will come. Be patient. I know most of us, we don't have patience. So we may desire a nice guy with such and such, but the first half way guy that gets to us, we jump on them and we say, yeah, this is it. So we settle. And we got to stop settling in life for things that are just hand-me-downs or just not quite satisfying. Because if your heart's desire is something more, why would you settle for something less? Set your goals, set your desires in everything, in your friendship and everything, and don't settle for less. If you see there's a certain type of people you don't want to deal with, you don't have to deal with them. There's no rule that says we have to deal with everybody. There's no rule that says we have to deal with anybody. Yeah, we choose to interact with others, but there's no need for us to drag their energy in our life, especially if it's not a positive one. So don't betray yourself. Look around. Look around your life. Look how many times have you betrayed yourself, and stop doing it. The other thing is, whatever hurt or whatever pain you have been through in your life, whoever hurt you, forgive them now. Because the sooner you forgive them is the sooner you can start living. Until then, you're not living, you're floating. You're literally what I would call a walking dead because of so much pain bundled up inside of you. You have to go through the healing process. If somebody hurt you, if somebody died for you, if a close relative of you, is not here no more, and that hurts you, please take the time, cry, moan them, and move on. Because this is where the so what comes in. It's not to be heartless or anything like that. They're no longer here, so what? Are you going to stop living your life? Are you going to stop trying to grow and get to the next level? They have wronged you, so what? Are you going to stay being wronged every single day of your life while they're living their life and they have moved on? So what? Are you going to stop living your life because people are mean and people are cruel to each other? So what? What is the end of that? And that's where this real talk with so what come from. A lot of people say, well, I don't have money today, or I can't do this today, or I can't do that. So what are you going to do next? That's where the so what come from. Stop being a victim. Stop pitying yourself. You or we have stayed in self-pity for too long. We have to stop pitying ourselves and really think about it. Someone come to you with an issue, so what's the solution? Anybody's talking to you about something and trying to drag you into something, so what's the outcome? So what's the end of this? What is the end of this? So everything that I do, I question myself. So what is this? So what? It could be a negative or a positive. But you need to know, so what? What's next? You have to know that. Somebody calling you, talking to you about their boyfriend beating them? So what are you going to do now? Are you going to stay with him? Or what are you going to do? Doesn't make sense if your boyfriend is beating you and you're coming to me and you're talking to me about helping you, and I've given you my advice and you don't take it, and every week you come back to me with that. So what are you doing? You are wasting my time as well as yours. You don't want anything out of life, so what are you bothered? Why are you bothering me for? So we need to take time for ourselves, in the sense that we need to realize when there's a distraction coming up. You try to tell someone you're doing something positive, and what they do, they come around you with their problems and with their stuff to distract you. And you need to ask yourself, so what is the purpose of she telling me this now? Or what is the purpose of this right now? Would this add to me or take away from me? We need to make sure that everyone that we surround ourselves by needs to add to our life and we add to their lives. But it's not a one-way street. Don't let people take from you. Make sure everyone you have encountered or you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis is adding to your life in a positive way, one way or another. If they're just taking away from you emotionally, because emotional pain is worse than anything else. A man could physically beat you and your body will heal, but when he emotionally drains you, there's no healing immediately until you recognize that. People around us, they're called emotional vampires. They'll listen to us when we're in our most deepest pain and stuff like that, but when we have our joy, they won't celebrate with us. Instead, it brings hatred and jealousy. And we need to identify those emotional vampires. Are those people really human? I don't know. That's not for me to say. But what I do know is that I can identify with people who just want to hear when things are wrong, not when things are going good. And when things are wrong, do you think they try to push you up out of that bad state of mind and that depressive state of mind? No. They just listen to you go on and 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 on about it. Did they make any suggestion to you what you could do differently? What you should do differently to change the outcome that you're experiencing? No. When you identify them, I would say run. Run. My biggest strength is God. So whenever I'm going through anything that's very painful or that's emotionally demanding, I turn to God. I turn to myself. I don't talk to people. I don't tell people my issues. I don't tell people my problems. I just talk to God and I just cry if I need to cry, let it out, and move on. Because so what? It's not the end of the day. At the end of the day, we all must go through some form of hurt to find ourselves. Now, it's up to us to know what that hurt was meant to taught us. It was meant to teach us something. What did you learn from the hurt you have experienced? Whether it's a hurt you have experienced now or a hurt you have experienced as a child. I have many past hurts that I've experienced, but they taught me many great lessons towards this life and let me get this life the way that I need to get it. Stop replaying your past and hurting every day. You must go through the healing process. Talk about it once, cry about it, let it go, move on and say, so what? It happened to me, but I'm alive today. I'm going to do the best thing that I want to do with my life. As I mentioned, the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is not for everybody. I notice that on Facebook or anywhere you post some entertainment things, a lot of people will watch it and they'll comment and they'll pass it and they'll share it because we love entertainment. Entertainment just keeps us entertained at that present moment. It doesn't help us to excel. It doesn't grow us. The time that we spend being entertained every day, whether it's by a conversation that's not going anywhere, or going out to dance clubs, or whatever it is, the time that we spend being entertained every day, we should spend it on life improvement. We should spend it on stopping the cycle of this life of how we're living it. The time we spend gossiping on the phone about who's this and who's that and whose boyfriend this and who's that, we should use that time, spend it, and do some research on life improvement. You don't even have to know how to read to improve your life. There's a lot of blogs out there, a lot of videos out there that's life improvement that you all you gotta do is stop and listen. Listen to it, implement it, and change your life. Then you'll be able to learn to read. Those are the necessary steps that you will need to do. The moment you post something on Facebook that's life changing and literally could improve someone's well being and how they're living their life, Do you think they have the patience to sit down and listen to that? It's not entertaining enough. Anything that require us to really tend to actually listen, it's not entertaining enough for us as human beings. And I don't know why. I get a thrill and a joy knowing that I'm going to the next level. Each day of my life, I get up and I work towards the next level. You know, I was talking about how do you know when you get to the next level? When you get to the next level is when there's a difficult circumstances come about and you overcame it without a bruise on your shoulder. Challenges need to be defeated so that you are on the next level. You're not defeating your challenges on a daily basis. You're not growing. You have to defeat your challenges. Everything that comes with it. I'm not saying fight every battle. Just the necessary battles. The one that's leading towards your future ending. You have to take full take on full force. Anything that comes with it, grace is I'm not running. So what if this comes? I must have other options. Try to respond to the scenarios or the situations that come in your life and don't react. When you react to them immediately, the chances are your outcome are going to be different. But when you take that time to respond to them, I can guarantee you better and not burn certain bridges, not destroy certain things that would help you in a positive direction. Yes, I hope these videos are helping you. And if you know someone that may need these help, please share the video to them, pass it along. I am taking my time to share what I've been doing to make me different. I cannot change the world. I can only change me. I can share to you what I've learned and what I've overcome against certain things. But the choice is yours. I can't push you up a ladder if you're not willing to climb it. Everyone will climb that ladder just when they're pointing in the right direction. This is Kesha Goodman, Real Talk, so what? Thank you for embarking with me. This is what if you like what you're hearing. Thank you.